Where's the button? Shwink, 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 shwink. And here we go. Take it away. Blink, can you sound check us, by the way?
Yeah, I'll do some talking while
we now get a sound check 30 minutes in.
Wikipedia page, because I'm gonna need that too.
Good, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, it looks so good.
Yeah, so I played Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered for the PlayStation 5. It is developed by Sony Interactive Entertainment and Insomniac Games. It came out on November 12th of 2020. Was that a launch title with PS5 then?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Must have been. If not, just very shortly thereafter.
No, that's launch was November 12th.
Wow, it looks amazing.
It's really, really pretty. I obviously played it on the PlayStation 5. That's the only way to play it. Well, I guess you can play it on PlayStation 4, but it's not the remastered version. What did I like about it? It feels really good.
It feels like a Spider-Man.
I said that with Batman. It doesn't necessarily feel exactly like Spider-Man. In fact, there are a lot of times in the stream where I would be like, I feel more like I'm Batman than I am I feel like Spider-Man.
I've heard that about this game.
It's the swinging feels very similar, although it is very rhythmic. So when you pull the trigger to launch the next web, it's at a very logical time in your swing. So that feels correct. The feedback on the controller, again, that PS5 controller just absolutely kicks tail. And it doesn't take full advantage of the haptic feedback the way that, for example, Astro's Playroom even does.
Right. Astro's Playroom takes everything to the max, though.
Exactly. It's kind of an unfair barometer.
Mm-hmm.
The story is really good. There's a lot of really cool moments that speak to me as a comic book nerd. Even one of the quick time events as you're fighting Vulture is taken straight off of the Vulture's first appearance in comics.
Nice.
Like that,
that's cool.
The freeze frame when it's waiting for you to do the quick time event is literally the first appearance of Vulture.
That's a nice touch.
That's a really cool. Clearly this was made by comic book fans.
Mm-hmm.
The voice acting is phenomenal. Yuri Lowenthal absolutely knocks it out of the park. He might be a better Peter Parker than Tom Holland. But I mean,
bold.
We've seen that before though. Think about Mark Hamill, absolutely a better Joker than
you're right.
Kevin Conroy.
But they don't look like a better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mark Hamill doesn't look like a better Joker.
Yeah, neither does Kevin Conroy. He does not look like Batman.
But with your eyes fucking closed, you're like, oh my god, Batman, get out of here.
Yeah. I'll hard disagree on Kevin Conroy. He does look like Batman.
You think he could?
He's just old. He's just old.
Yeah. And he's old now.
Yeah.
He played Old Man Bruce Wayne in Batman.
70?
Okay, I'm for it. I
approve.
60.
Yeah, he was really good. But no, Yuri Lowenthal does a really good job. Right. The other voice actors, the voice cast is terrific. The motion capture is really, really good. The graphics are phenomenal.
They look nuts.
There were some we would even pause the game at a couple of moments just to marvel at the detail that they put into it.
What's crazy is you're not even playing it at its full potential either, which
How do you do that?
Insane. Well, because he's not playing it on a 4K capture card or anything like that. So
you don't. So we just wouldn't see it. I see.
But in 1080, it still looks gorgeous.
I was about to say,
one of the more notable moments on the stream was the arrival of Silver Sable, and notably,
what the fuck is that?
She's a villain, sort of. She's an anti-hero, I guess, kind of.
Silver Surfer and her get it.
No, Silver Sable. She's like a spec ops type or
sounds real.
Private security sort of thing, and generically Russian, I guess. Anyway, we noticed very clearly that she and Mary Jane Watson are designed with similar aesthetics because they're both supposed to be, strong, independent women characters.
Don't need no man.
Good, fine. That's great. Silver Sable has 2 piercings in each ear. Fairly bog standard for characters these days.
Okay.
So does MJ, but she only wears 1 set of earrings. So there's just the piercing hole in her ear, and it's why did they do that other than just showing off?
Yeah.
Probably showing off. Yeah.
It's absolutely showing off, and I was like, I can respect it. If you have these capabilities,
I was about to say,
show off, go for it.
If you can detail every aspect, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they made so many different costumes for everybody. Literally every scene. So, I mean, there's like 50 costumes or something like that for Spider-Man, and they added more for when No Way Home dropped. Every scene Mary Jane or Aunt May or Miles Morales are in, they have a different costume on, like completely different. And each one just looks fantastic.
Very cool.
So yeah, the graphics, the sound effects, the character animations, the portrayals of villains, absolutely phenomenal. What did I not like? If you do things in the order that I did, that is to say, as you get side quests and stuff like that, just tackling them immediately, there are certain bits in the plot where it's just like, go explore the city. And I'm like, great. This makes for awesome streaming content. I'm literally just swinging around the city because I ain't got anywhere to wait.
It's kind of aimless, you think?
It is a little aimless. There's a couple of like weird, tedious, like time waster things. The side quests don't really have any impact other than your completion percentage. So you're not, and I guess you can get costumes and experience and stuff, but it's like, even through doing the main plot, you're going to get all of the gadgets and all of the powers. So why am I bothering doing this other than like I'm a giant comics fan and I've got a couple of hours to kill?
Are they iconic at least? Like the things
really?
No,
they're even out of character in some ways. Like one of them, you're chasing down pigeons. Like this is stupid and boring. There are a couple that are really cool. Like there's a Taskmaster fight, and they do the same thing with Screwball in the DLC. The Taskmaster fight is really hard, and you feel accomplished having done it, but there's no resolution to it. It's just this hanging plot thread. And I like there is going to be a sequel to this coming, so I hope they dive into that a little bit. But what good was it me doing this now when clearly this is set up for something that isn't going to be out until next year?
Sure.
So yeah, there was a couple of just dumb, like, why are we doing this moments. Was the gameplay fun? Or sorry, I missed it. Was the story? Yes. The story was terrifically engaging. Every moment of the actual main story, I felt like I was being useful. There were some predictable moments, but that's comic books. You come to expect that. The gameplay, was it fun? Other than the grindy side stuff, yeah. The act of being Spider-Man, I haven't felt that good about a Spider-Man game since like Spider-Man 2 for the, what was it? GameCube, I think, when it came out.
Spider-Man 2, I think, was on PlayStation.
Or well, that
PlayStation.
The original PlayStation.
It was definitely out on GameCube because I didn't have a PlayStation. GameCube?
I think it was originally on the PlayStation, but I could be wrong. Sure. Like the original PlayStation.
Could have got ported.
Yes, it was out on GameCube, and
no way. It was out on GameCube. I did not play any superhero or like realistic games on anything.
It was on, looks like GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and
neat.
Oh, okay. So PlayStation 2, GameCube, PlayStation, PSP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this felt really good. It did make me want to go back and play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions again, which is a bit of a maligned game. But I just really liked the combat and the level design in that. It was level based, which this game was not. So I don't know. It's just different experience.
It's hard to decipher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the art, the graphics are terrific. It basically looks like New York City in terms of visual aesthetics. I mean, obviously it's a video game, so it's not going to be perfect, but to look at it, you know, if you just sit on top of the Empire State Building and look out, you feel like you're in New York City.
That's sick.
So the art was really good. The music was awesome. I mean, you don't get the Marvel Cinematic Universe level quality, but it's like a step, maybe a step and a half down. It was beautiful music.
And you can stream it. That's nice.
And I could stream it. Yeah. I didn't have to mute it for the stream.
That's
we were a little worried at first that we might have to. And I think the intro music, when it's just the music, I did get flagged for. So what I would do is just load the game and sit on the pause screen where it's just kind of like this quiet, ethereal stuff. And then once you get into the game and I'm talking over it and the characters are talking over it, it doesn't flag it at all.
Nice.
Very good.
So yeah, it's points up on Batman for that.
Yeah.
Same thing. Sound design was awesome. When you launch a web, or more specifically, when you use a suit power and launch a bunch of webs all at once, you know it and you feel it. Yeah. How long did it take me? Oh, I mean, let's do the math here.
I hope you say 20.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then off stream stuff. So probably about 30 hours, honestly.
Nice.
30 hours.
And that's so far. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm still playing it because I'm doing the DLC and I'm going to do the Miles Morales expansion. But yeah, it's very solid game. Lots of gameplay, lots to be done. And then there's stuff that I haven't done as well. You could try and do better on the Taskmaster challenges, get more reward points. But honestly, I can't be arsed. Just like I said, there's nothing going on there other than random like suit upgrade rewards that I don't care about and I'm never going to use. Was the game difficult? Not especially. There were a couple of fights that are just a pain in the butt because you either forget to use a specific technique or I start playing it like a Batman game and try and sneak around in ways that Batman would. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Spider-Man. Because I'm coming right off of the Batman Arkham games, I mean, literally one stream to another. There was a bit of an adjustment period because you try and play it exactly like Batman and it's just different enough to get you into trouble. Would I play a sequel? Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait for Spider-Man 2, and I haven't even finished Miles Morales yet, and I can't wait for Wolverine. Wolverine's going to be awesome also.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so
I might actually play Wolverine. I probably won't play Spider-Man, but I'll probably play Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine looks great.
Better for some
We haven't seen much of it yet, but like it's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be brutal. It's going to be action-packed. I'm excited about it. It's the same team working on it, so I'm like, yeah,
cool.
No, it's great.
Sounds like
So now we come down to the overall rating and impression.
Here we go.
So over the last 2 weeks? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I actually broke down every review that any one of us has ever done, including Colin, including Mike. And we have a spreadsheet. Now we're not ready to go public with that yet. Shmali and I have to do some editing to make it more readable to our Discord people. Join our Discord. So we're working on that. But at least now we have a barometer, a consistent barometer that we can use to sort of gauge games. There it is. Discord's in the chat now. So I don't think this was as good as most of the Batman games. So
really?
The lowest, I enjoyed the Batman game.
This was Adam's game of the year. The same year that
it should be.
God of War came out.
Yeah, no, it should be.
Wow.
It's a fantastic game.
Sense.
It's really, really good. I just don't think it's as good as most of the Batman games.
Okay.
The lowest Batman game the lowest down the list that I have was Arkham Knight at a 7.0. It's definitely better than that, like miles ahead of that, because there's no stupid Batmobile segments. More specifically, there's no segments that are as stupid as the Batmobile segments. There was nothing that was just felt like bashing my head against a wall.
Yeah, that's good. More smooth.
So it's significantly better than that. The next one on my list,
Flank.
Next one on my list is Arkham Origins, which I had at an 8.7. Like that's a huge jump. Oh, that's a 1.7% jump. Or point.
Yeah,
jump.
That's a huge jump. Jesus.
And so the question is it better than that? Beyond that, Arkham Asylum I had it at a 9.2.
But again, different aspects can increase and decrease score,
Yeah.
I think, in different ways. Like some aspect of Batman could be so egregious that it like reduces it. And
Right.
some like enough aspects could be average in Spider-Man to bring it up to like an 8. But
Exactly.
just an example.
So Arkham Origins suffered from having a different design team different voice actors. Although it was functionally the same sort of game, there was, again, just enough to get you into trouble. And I think there was more of that. There was more of an adjustment period to Arkham Origins than there was from the Arkham games in general to Spider-Man. So I'm going to rate it higher than Arkham Origins, which puts it firmly into the 9.1 territory, which puts it right on level with Metroid Fusion for me.
Which is insane.
Yes.
That's
like I
good.
said, it's a good game. It's a very good game.
He says yes confidently. Yeah. You're mad. Maybe we'll knock up a few points up on make it a 9-3 Fusion.
No.
Damn it.
What was the score again? I missed it. I'm sorry.
9.1 was my final score.
Nice.
That also puts us, puts it on level with our average on Metroid Dread.
Nice.
It puts it a little bit
better
better
on
than
Dread. 9.8.
9.5.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I might give it a higher score now, actually, for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean,
forget the bad parts.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe
that
that's
happens for sure.
I'm not a God of War fan, so like I'm
not anymore. I'm sorry.
It's not for, and that's for lack of information. I've never played a God of War game, so I don't have that barometer to go off of.
Well, you're a proud owner of a PS5 now, my friend.
Know,
it's time to begin.
You should get Ragnarok. Yeah.
I would actually. We've never reviewed that game on the show.
We did. I thought we did.
We don't have a review of it. No,
we don't.
I think I've talked about it. Like that was my game of the year, but this was before we did reviews.
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
I think you should review that if you get a chance.
I will try. I will do my best. But I mean, this puts us in the same. Puts it in the same rough range as like Hades, Cyber Shadow. The games that we really love, and I really did love the Spider-Man game. There was a couple of things that held it back, but I mean, I could sit here and play it. Like when there was side quest stuff to do, I would sit at my desk at work and just like, I can't wait to get home and do side quest stuff, even though it doesn't matter. So that's why my rating is so high on this game.
Nice.
It is on the same barometer as the Arkham games, but it deserves a high ranking.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good.
Does that wrap it up?
Sounds like a play.
On the list. Is it worth buying at the current full price? Oh hell yeah. Go do it. If you have a PlayStation 5, or even if you have a PlayStation 4, get Marvel Spider-Man. The story is great. It's a lot of fun. It feels good. It's not perfect, but it's really, really good.
Feels good.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool. All right, let's switch back